All right, this is One Last Midnight. We're taking a look at Manor Lords. Man, there's been a lot of builder games that are coming out or already out, and this one is a builder game of awesomeness. I don't know what to say. It's just really, really good. If you happen to play the demo, downside is you can't save the game, and of course it's limited. It's just a demo. You get to choose your character and stuff. You get to choose your name. You get to choose, your, what do you call it, coat of arms. You can even have your own custom coat of arms if you want to. So if you have some skill in creating PNGs, though I don't know the dimensions for it, to be honest with you. And you can see this one's not squared up very well, but that's okay. Like I said, it is early days, so don't even sweat it. But that's something that they are going to have in there. So you might find yourself re-rolling a bunch of times until you get to a map that you absolutely like. But once you do get to a map you absolutely like, you need to start laying down some things. And, what's really cool is that you've got some overlays. You got some underground water. You've got the, I think it's Emer overlay, flax overlay, barley overlay, rye overlay, and smelt. And then, let's see. What other kind of good stuff? Let's get our message going. We've got to do these things. We need to establish a foothold, which means we have to build a couple things. And we're going to stay paused until we get some of these items queued up and ready for building. For us, we want to focus first and foremost on harvesting some lumber, because it's important to be able to cut down trees, because that is your main resource in order to build. And also, if you don't get this down right away, you can wind up blocking yourself. Meaning you can run out of logs and have nobody cutting logs, and you won't be able to get very far. A lot of the buildings snap to the roads, which is very nice. I love it, snapping to the roads. But when you put down a building, make sure you're not getting rid of those precious trees, because yes, they do grow back if you have a forester. He'll go back and replant them. Otherwise, you completely lose them. The woodcutter's lodge is absolutely necessary because you're going to need some firewood. Firewood is used in various different things, like cooking materials, being able to cook your food, also smelting, being able to produce that as iron bars and stuff like that. So we want to make sure that we put down a firewood logger. You can move most of these buildings, so you don't have to worry about that. We're just going to put this guy right here for now. We're not going to lose any trees, which I like. And then let's go ahead and get down our storage, because all of our goods are sitting out in the open and we don't want them to get destroyed. Again, we can move our buildings later. I don't really have too much of a preface for how I want to put these things down right now, but I'm going to put the granary here, and then I'm also going to put down the storehouse right here, and that's going to get us started, and then we'll move stuff as needed. Let's put this on a priority. I want this built right away, and then I want my storages built, and finally we can leave not the homeless tent, but we can leave our woodcutter for last. And I'm going to run at 3x speed or 16x speed, which I love the fact that they've got 16x speed. Graphics in this game are fantastic. Let me slow it down for you so you can see some of the animations. Love the graphics. Look how close you can get into the land. You can get right in here. And also, if you really want to, you can go into first person mode and be the dude. Be your guy. Walk around the town. Say hi to the townsfolk. Hey, Gary, what's up? How's the oxen going? See him dragging a log. We can even run to catch up. What's up, brother? I'm your king. How you doing? I guess he's not really interested in being a king. Wait. Can we see his face? A little hard to see his face. Come on. Can't really get his frontal look for him, but that's okay. So if this is a mode that you want to play in, definitely do it. Otherwise, stay in your third person or isometric view And stay on top of your building. Then we're going to speed up speed again. We're going to speed up time again so that we can get some things completed. Otherwise, they're going to take a while. And we'll come back when all of these buildings are built. Well, at least the logging camp has been completed. I'm going to get one guy working on the logging camp. You can see up here that we have unassigned families. We've got assigned families. We start off with 5 families. The only way to get more families is to build housing. And we're getting to that point where we can build housing, but we need to get some other things built first. All right, a granary is completed. Let's go ahead and get somebody in there to start storing our food, because that's really important. We have our supplies for storage-wise, 33 bread. We've got some firewood, and we got a couple tools. Our storehouse has also been completed. We're going to get a guy working on there. And we've got still 2 people that are available for work right now, but we're going to use one of them at the woodcutter shed. Nice. We got our woodcutter done.
Tomorrow, find a new home or town.
Let's go ahead and get a guy placed on our woodcutter. And this actually is a little bit changed because I have berries here for this particular map. They want a forager hut down. And so I'll put a foraging down. No problem. I'm going to need it anyway. So, and I don't really want to uproot trees. There's only looks like there's one spot here. I just saw it a second ago. Or I'm not going to chop down any trees. So let's put that right there. All right. Our forager shack is complete. We've also completed this quest, which is great. We're going to get a new message. Let's assign a guy to the forager. So we've got some food going. We do have... what is it, 6 months worth of food and 44 worth of fuel, but that's okay. Fuel is going to be coming in. We have a new mission, which is to build a well and to build 5 housing plots. We have 365 days to do that, and this is a perfect time to get our housing started. Our guy's been chopping down trees, so we've got a lot of lumber to build houses. Let's go ahead and build our houses. I really love how they're doing the housing in this game, where you draw out your house, well, I guess it's like your foundation, your corners, and you make it as big or as little as you possibly want to. And it'll place the houses for you. You can see how that I'm going to get 2 houses down, plus it has room for an extension plot, which is awesome. If you don't want your houses, just right click and get rid of those dots. I think what I want to do is I want to move my plot over just a little bit, because I think I want to get a slot of land in here. And this lines me up for 3, and they also have 3 extension plots, which is really nice. Let's see if I can make those extension plots just a little bit smaller, just in case I have some room issue. I can't get 3 houses in there, but let's try it again. I can get 3 houses there, but no extension plots. And I can get 3 houses here with extension plots. And I think that that was pretty much the same place that I was to begin with. So let's go ahead and build those. And let's get a road in place. I love the road building mechanism as well. You just draw it out and connect. If it's white, you're going to connect up. It's really nice. Hit the hammer. It'll build the road. They want us to build 5 houses. So let's go ahead and do that. I do want to connect up a road right about here. And then we'll put a couple houses on this other side. That looks really nice. That's going to complete our need for houses. But we're going to need more houses, because the only way you get new people, at least right now, is to build some housing. So let's go ahead and queue up some more. I really don't have any timber for the new housing. But let's go ahead and put our well in place. Our well is really neat because you can only build your well on an area in which there is water. Right? Genius, right? I thought that was pretty genius. So as long as there's like a little water stream, you can see that this is underground water. You can put your well down on top of it. I'm going to put my well off to this side. All right, we've completed putting down our building, our wells, and our 5 houses. And now, now it's like we really got to start building up, right? We want to make our town really big, really strong, really powerful. In order to do that, we just need to continue on. We'll start getting new quests, like they want us to level up some of the plots, build food stalls, build firewood stalls, clothing stalls. I'll get some experience for that if I do it within a period of time. If I don't do it within this period of time, it's just going to tick down until it's 0 and I won't get any experience for building those things. Some of the things that you could do with the actual housing plot is they can have upgrades, and they can have farms, vegetable farms, little vegetable garden. Vegetable gardens require tools. You do start off with a handful of tools, maybe 2 of them to begin with. If you've gathered them fast enough, they do degrade. So 2 of these houses can have vegetable farms, and that's what that additional added little extension to your house is all about. So if you can build your houses small, but they don't have extensions, then you can't have these little extra things. And if you notice, there were some other things you could do, like you can have a chicken coop, or you can have a goat shed. So those are things that you can have in the future for your housing extensions. Some buildings can be moved, like the hitching posts. So I'm going to move my hitching post over into this area over here and get it out of the main area. And then I, of course, put these buildings down temporarily. I am going to wind up moving them because they're not necessarily where I want them to be. So I'm building another storehouse over here, and I'll wind up demolishing this other storehouse. And then I'm going to put a granary down up into this area over here next to the forager. And I think that's where I'm going to wind up keeping my food for now. There is a hunting area off to the side with 41 animals, another foraging area over here. I might actually put my granary somewhere in this area. I don't know. I haven't decided. I'll put it here. Maybe I'll build a second one later because I want to have it somewhat centralized to where the food is getting placed. Ultimately, I wind up deciding to leave my granary in the town area down there. So I'm going to move it into that section. All right, I think the next step is to get more people. I don't necessarily need more vegetables because, you know what? I don't need an extension on a house because I don't have any tools for it to begin with. I'm going to need 6 wood for this, but I want to do something like this where I get just 3 houses in. And that'll give me 3 more workers, which will allow me to maybe start working on getting our iron in or something. So let me go ahead and get that log. I think I need 1 log left. And then I'll get those houses built. And then we'll start working on the iron production line. All right, wind up getting our homes built. And also I wound up putting down a hunter's lodge. I got 3 people to work with. In order to build other things, I'm going to need tools, which means I'm going to need to mine. So let's go ahead and get a mine up and running. And let's put that mining pit right over here. I'm going to uproot 10 trees. Ouch. That's like a lot of trees I'm going to lose. Let's do 8. I hate losing trees, but not much I can do about that. Let's run a road out this way. And then on the road, we can wind up building the other things that are necessary for our whole smithing operation. We need a boomery, which is essentially your furnace. We need a smithy, which is going to allow me to make my stuff, which is going to allow me to make the tools that I need. The malt house, brewery, tannery, and weaver's workshop. Some of those things are things that we can get in. Tannery, because I just started hunting animals. The tannery really isn't useful to me right now, but it will be later. I can put it on this road over here. We can make a little downtown, which is really nice. In order to complete this quest, they are going to need to have some food stalls and some they are going to need to have some food stalls, firewood, and clothing. stalls as well, a little marketplace for people to purchase things. That's always good to have because, you know, hey, you want people to shop, right? So I think I'm going to put my market... I mean, I like the fact of having like a downtown area over here. This is actually great farmland. So I'm thinking downtown should be maybe over here. I'll just put it over here. I think that'd be an okay place for a downtown. So let's get our market area built. It doesn't need to be that big. It's just a little tiny market area. Only big enough for these stalls. And I'm not really multiple stalls either because it just needs those 3 stalls. So I'm going to put it here. And then let's see if I can fit these stalls in. I think that's big enough for the stalls. It looks like it is. Absolutely. So let's go ahead and lock them into the road. And there are our 3 stalls. That's great. Those will get built eventually. It's going to take a little bit of time. So let's go ahead and fast forward. And let's just like for stuff to get built up. I do like the whole building process, though. The building process is really neat. If you watch the animation, they're building up relatively slowly. It's very Ostriv-like. If you've ever played Ostriv and you watch the building process, it's not like an instantaneous, ooh, poof, you have a building. It's, you know, they're putting down pieces at a time. They're actually building up the structure. And I don't know, it makes the game a little bit more enjoyable when you have just this longer build process to building up your houses instead of it just having to be like an insta build. At least I think so. We do have a food problem. Nothing much I can do about that. Our berries are empty. I moved my guys over here. These berries are empty. We're not growing any food right now because it's wintertime. The only thing we're relying on is our hunter guy, and we can add another hunter. That'll help us with gathering some food. But again, they're going to eat up this particular resource, which is not a lot. I've only got 39 animals there to harvest from. And I don't really have anything that's close. I don't have another one that's closer. In this other area. I mean, I've got clay here. I don't have any food there, though. So I'm going to have to do some farms. We're going to have to make some bread. But that's not something I'm going to worry about right now because there's other things to do, which is get this boomery going. Again, the boomery turns iron ore into iron slabs. We can get one guy down here and that. The smith is not yet complete, so let's wait for the smith to be complete. All right, our smith is done. We're going to put a guy into smithing. That's going to take our entire load of people. Yeah, I've got 1 month worth of food. January is on and happening. Hopefully that's going to end really soon. Or winter time. Otherwise, we're going to wind up dying here. I haven't died yet, but, you know, I'm sure it's going to happen. 19 meat, 21 berries. I mean, I don't know how well that is for a population that we have. Nothing I can do about this work area. I can reset this work area over here to the berries. So when there are berries there, we can harvest them. All right, we've got enough tools for our farm. I'll put our farm down. And then we're also going to get a field going. We have some really good fertility over there. Barley fertility, kind of okay in this area. Rye fertility, pretty good. Flax, and not so much. We really don't have enough people to be farmers to begin with. But let's go ahead and get a farm plot in. I want 4 people working my farm plot. I don't want any more than 4 right now. Okay, so that's going to be a decent place for a farm. And we can do some things here, right? So barley looks good. We can get some barley. Let's go barley, and we're going to rotate our crops. Let's go flax. Let's go fallow. We are going to need more people. We don't have enough people. So let's get in a couple more houses. I did notice that we have 5 tools, so let's upgrade and give everybody a garden. And maybe that'll help a little bit with our food problem. All right, well, I'm really impressed with Manor Lords. I can't wait for it to come out. Of course, this is just a demo, and hopefully it's going to come out sometime in the next year in early access so that we can play it a little bit more. Love to see a lot more mechanics. Can't wait to see the battling, you know, the warring faction side of the whole thing. I think it's going to be another really crazy good builder game. At least it's starting to look that way, and hopefully it'll finish out that way. All right, well, that's it for me. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that like button. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. Would love to have you in the community. If you want to follow me on any of my social media, you can find the links in the description below. And make sure to hit that notification bell. That way you know when I go live and when I post new videos. I'll talk to you soon. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.